eBay days. I was their power seller, had a few other online businesses. Yeah, came to crypto quite early, actually per accident twice. The first time I didn't realize that what yeah I was missing there. It was 2009, shortly after Bitcoin was yeah launched. A friend of mine, I sitting with a friend of mine in Dresden, and he got a visit actually from a hacker, and this hacker was telling him, yeah, look here, Bitcoin, this and this has happened. And we are all a little bit alternative in that area, like so financial system and so on and so on. We all don't like the banking system, what's happened the last 100 years. Especially in Germany, is a big drama actually about that, so it's like step in our bones. So yeah, he got interested. He bought at that time 50 euros. What was a kind of strange. I even thinking he was buying from Satoshi Nakamoto himself, the tokens and the first starting days of Bitcoin. And yeah, like with that one, we lost it in 2012. Bitcoin was reaching the first time $1,000, and my friend getting a shock and wanted to cash it out. That was the second time, the second cross accident where I was in his home, and we spent 2 weeks to yeah to bring that funds to cash. And I was investing that time my first bitcoins. I got it yeah in the same way as my friend did it, or like as my friend was selling it, so we was setting up for me a wallet and so on. Yeah, this was yeah not like looked over till 2017. 17 it was like up and downs, everybody know it. 2017 I got so much interested because like projects starting to yeah launch actually on the crypto space. More and more projects, basically blockchains came out, where yeah EVM was playing a role with it. With that one, actually the big crypto boom was going out. I started yeah to educate myself in like something like evening school about C++ and about Solidity. I have also friend actually in the very early days actually was programmers, so they're coming like a base interest actually with it. Yeah, like from 2019 onwards, I was starting to yeah work in different projects, small, medium, big. A few quite successful, a few very shady. One project I landed up actually in my very early days. Yeah, was a huge scam project, and yeah, out of that, I got a lot of negativity actually out, and I don't want it to have other people stepping in that kind of shit actually. What is yeah bringing us basically to Safeone chain, what is like a migration project of 2022. I was called basically to that old Neobit team as a developer to look over the codes. They had a problem with their old developer. They was producing some shady stuff there on. So yeah, I had already my image for correcting a space, and yeah, like putting a lot of hardship actually and things in where I'm passionate for. And yeah, that's how I come actually together with the Neobit team. I bring the vision in. As I said, I had like personal experience in the past about scam and drug, and yeah, I know from a lot of friends of mine, we either got a scam or a link scam or got drugged in many projects. I even can't count anymore how many projects got drugged in my trading experience since 2017, 18 onwards. It's very difficult since 2020, 21, where it was going like quite mainstream. So like countries like Korea, North Korea was coming inside that game. Yeah, like especially the scam area, and it's gotten get a yeah quite professional business and quite huge like problem in the space. And especially for new investors, it's something like what can make the soup very salty when they're starting actually a crypto experience. So out of that reason, and especially the events of 2022, where we saw like big crypto exchanges falling down because of backdoors and still this shady behavior. Yeah, investment was going back. More rug and scams coming to daylight. What's getting really like a scary situation. Like even the like the behavior of investors changed on the launch pads. like this typical pump and dump behavior, like taking like 10-20% like profit, and just like crushing the charts. This was like very very problematical in October, December last year. Yeah, anyway, we started basically to rebrand and to rename and revision the Neobit project. What was based also on a blockchain was not developed in that time. Yeah, like we had that problems from the past, as I said, and I was putting my personal experience actually inside this project. As I said, like I built my passion, I built the vision, and we gone forward. So we basically rebranded, had a community from Indonesia. I have a partner from Indonesia as well. He works actually for the Indonesian government, so he's yeah, anonymous actually in our area, but he's in the core team, so our community knows about him. Yeah, like what we build it or what we're building basically is a blockchain. What is fighting basically or focusing against scam and drug, and not just on our chain. Is our main aim is our chain to secure absolute safe investment environment. Yeah, reaching that through vetted onboarding. This will be private blockchain, POS blockchain, and yeah, we will offer insurance packets in form of NFTs. What will back up you against any kind of scam and drugs on our chain, on any project you invest on our chain. That's some responsibility we want to press forward. We have a lot of regulations coming up, especially in Europe, um, what is negative actually for the crypto space. And I believe self-regulation is a very important tool actually to bring us forward. Few famous people, they was stranding in the last few months, was pushing actually immensely forward. This leader figures we don't have, so we have to go forward actually from the crypto industry itself, from the small, medium, big project coming together and form actually a new kind of security brand, I would say, like to just have something to negotiate for the governments to bring laws on the right way. Right now, we have a few laws made, or like the crypto laws made mainly from people they have no idea about crypto itself. They want to, yeah, like prevent actually crypto and a free way to take over the world. They want to have their CBDCs in place and their control in place. We play it a little bit again, so that's now a time of a fight. 2023, 2024. What's going on? Like we will see a lot of uh, strange situations going on already. United States make a few statements. They are not so positive. Good for Europe, good for UK also. A lot of investments come actually back. Companies was going offshore, now coming back actually because we have now the MiCA law in Europe, and it's like quite strict and straight guideline, especially about wallets, private wallets, and yeah, their functioning. As I said, like governments are promoting right now the CBDCs, and people they deciding about us have no idea what kind of technology stays behind that. So this we want to change, and we want to have something to negotiate on the table. So the system of the private blockchain resembles basically nothing else than the um, yeah, company registration with any company or with any offers, any government offers in the world where you register your LLC or whatever a company you have, get your tax number, pay your taxes, and so on. And whatever business you do, so long it's legal, um, nobody will look over it. In the capitalist world, it looks different in the communist world, or especially in the Eastern. But yeah, in the Western world, you have your freedom to earn your money so long time it's legal. So the same we apply actually for the decentralized systems, the decentralized technology. We support decentralized systems on our chain, but want to make the system so secure as possible. Like for a new investor, or also for institutional investors or huge companies, they still not really like dived into the crypto space, but want to go because there's a huge opportunity for the future. It's a huge cost factor what they can save basically with their transaction, and also like their automation and so on. You can put that actually on the blockchain much more. efficient than you do it in a normal way as you do today. So that's the way the future will go. Like huge companies will more use the blockchains for their processes instead of people trading on it. I believe like in the next 5 years, 10 years, the space will a little bit change. But therefore, like a really secure blockchain for establishing a security brand is very important. So we will build a pool of projects. They are security based. They more or less like doing amazing things for the crypto space, for the security of the crypto space, for this industry, what is immense rising right now. So we're very happy actually to work with cryptegrity blockchain investigators together. They will do our vetting and also on-chain controls, bridge controls, and so on. If we would have a exploit on our chain in the later stage and have to use our insurance packets, we claim that we will bring everybody to justice, and that's the company what really can bring your funds back. Like all the big exchanges, even insurance companies out there working with cryptegrity together. So we are directly by rebranding, we come together because like was a personal connection for me. I'm personally also interested in the security space, in the security industry in the crypto space. It's very important actually because police stations don't really know how to investigate such cases. Like um, technology is there, technological knowledge have to be there, surveillance knowledge somehow also. Like the cryptography guys have like military background and like some hacker community involvement, so they can really figure out who you are. Our parameters to come on our chain are quite high standard, so we will have will establish with this concept, a government approve able way to onboard projects from all around the world and make them like in the worst case even taxable. What will be future gadget of every project? I believe so. Like many places in the world already taxes applied, and few places in the world, as I believe in India, private projects are totally banned. Only government licensed like companies can legally build on chain. What they're also promoting, and there's a few places out there they will we will take the free approach, or the totally like authoritarian approach, or they will totally ban it. And I believe like blockchain you can't ban because, as I said, like in the next 5 to 10 years everything will be on blockchain. There will be so many automatization, there will be so many AI and robots on the way that they need the infrastructure to work on. And that's what the blockchains are. Like every blockchain have something specific, something special. From the big ones, I would say like Matic, Polygon, BSC, ETH, or whatever. And in future, this trading volume will change to a user volume. Like there are more and more contracts and control, as I said, will happen on blockchain. We're already in discussion basically to with a project, or a project. It's not project, it's company. What is what have developed a program for the construction industry in UK, and they want to work with us together because of our security brand and possibility to negotiate with the government in a positive way for the crypto way. So this shows you somehow what kind of goals we want to reach in future with our blockchain development. So now we're just not blockchain. So we're developing basically a few ecosystems. Right now, we're developing our OTC farm pre-sale platform. This is something a novel like idea of mine. Basically, was setting up actually our DApp, our DApp under finance dot safeonechain.com. And we basically started like with staking and built our OTC farms. Or basically we hired a new developer around like 70 days back. And with him together we concepted actually the OTC farms to raise more funds for our project, because we had no pre-sale before, so we had to raise funds on the way for our development. And the OTC, the over-the-counter trade, was very interesting, and we had a problem with our liquidity since we had the migration and some of the funds from the old project like stuck still in the old liquidity contract. Um, we had to improve. So we are added actually to our contract like auto burn and auto liquidity, what was not enough. And we like developed actually this kind of technology with this man we just like employed. And like after probably 1 month, 1.5 months, this man was selling our technology to our projects. And he was rugging these projects where he was selling the technology for. And one of our partner project, namely DFB, was involved in that. Like we offered them a compensation. Actually, this was a quite like low amount, but this was like very hurting our brand. That's why it was our market cap also crushing immensely. So last 2 months, basically we building up again, created our security brand, like develop more our security brand because it was badly hurt. We inaugurated or launched our AI KYC, Safo AI KYC, the Safo audits, the deep dive audits, what was very important actually to push forward after we experienced actually this kind of event. No project actually want to experience that. And we have a kind of responsibility, so we're not shut down the project. We have too much big vision actually in front of us, and a very long way actually to go, and very good contacts also in the any background. So, and I'm known actually to fight for my dreams and for my investors. What is most important actually, everyone he's invested in Safeone chain, I have a responsibility for. So I could not give up. So I was working even harder, double, triple. Even my team was going to decide because I was the decision maker to bring this new developer in. He was coming through a friend of mine. He was like working for him a few years. So this was a trust base. He was KYC with him and everything. So we put him on a higher stage, and like after we send him the first like tokens, this event happened. So we make a case on him also. Like he is from Canada. The Canadian police is now investigating. We've made a case from the Dutch crypto police. That is all like like researchable actually in our social medias. That's very important actually to know why our market cap is right now so low. As I said, we're working now on our services. We had now a project was coming to us to Mokachi. Actually, it's the owner is a German friend of mine, Marco, and he was catching up actually idea of mine to utilize the new OTC funds. We had to redevelop again without exploits, without anything from the scratch. We wanted to utilize them and push our security brand. So what is the biggest problem with rugs today or scams today? It's starting with a launchpad. So we actually offering from next week onwards, and with Tomokachi as first project ever doing this kind of pre-sale, a new type of pre-sale, a totally decentralized pre-sale, utilizing this over-the-counter liquidity farms, where 50% like in a normal pre-sale will go as over-the-counter trade, and to the project. You will get like project tokens for that. You can stake directly inside the OTC farm, and 50% will go to the liquidity pool. So now usually project makes a pre-sale and locks the liquidity, and in a rug pool, as everybody knows, they take the liquidity, they unlock it, and they sell it. In our system, you are as an investor, and it's very important, all the time of your staking period, you are in the ownership of your LP. So you can buy it, and you can you can harvest your reward over the period, what is usually like 3 to 6 months, and you can destake it anytime. So the project do something shady, you can take off your LP, and you have also as an investor like with it like a little bit higher pressure on the project themselves to do actually the right steps. Scam we can't prevent actually with it. What they're doing with the OTC funds, we can't dictate them. But what we're doing actually when they're launching on our platform is to produce their contracts on our side, so they are not malicious. We are having to implement actually special function to make the OTC farm working as a pre-sale. And it will be. We have also Safo badge. where we will control. We not only will make the contracts, we also will audit the contracts, and then we will control them for over the launch period. And we will advise the projects actually to add up like continuously liquidity. Like one part of the OTC trade should be actually reserved for emergency liquidity add ups. The only problem for a project owner actually on the system is that the community in one point can sell off immediately the liquidity. So in that moment, you will get charged a 20% penalty before the staking period is ending. So that means for the full duration, actually, you have to pay this penalty. That is a security backup for the project, and like a security backup as well for our investors. Since the project will get refunded 20% of your investment, they will have directly funds actually to add that up for the liquidity themselves. So the liquidity crunch, it will be never 100%. So if you, it depends how which kind of strategy you follow, you can stabilize or even add up the liquidity over time. If you do a good job as a project themselves, you will have no investor. He will come on the idea to sell for a profit loss his liquidity if the project runs well. If the project runs bad, as I said, like the investor have in this point a tool in the hand to come together and say, hey guys, project owners, we don't like this, please implement this or implement this, otherwise we're not happy. Still you give the project like a time to prepare actually for the liquidity crunch, what could happen. But like as I said, like a maximum 80% you could sell, and if the project is actually adding up like a 30% from your pre-sale profits, for example, as emergency stake, um, then nothing will happen actually for the community. What is basically quite good for creating trades and creating a little bit short-term volatility actually on the charts. That's the only negative side actually on the OTC system. It's a positive and negative side. Like for a project owner, it's a little bit negative because it's giving a little bit unsecurity. With the right strategy, you're on the safe side. It's 100% guaranteed. And for the investor, and it's very interesting, it gives you number one, it's rug safe. Like the project never will own your liquidity, what you invest. You can destake that anytime, okay, against a penalty of 20%, to be fair to the project, to be fair to the community. It should be basically around 25 to 30% to make it easier for the project, but I think a 20% is fair for everyone. And with the strategy is right played, the project will never have a existential problem. And it's totally decentralized. Like that's what we all want. Actually, we want like a secure investment system. And even if the project would run like with the OTC trade, um, your project will still run because you own the liquidity. We made the contracts from Safeone chain, so we guarantee actually that there is no mint and no other functions in there what basically are harmful for our security brand themselves. So we have already watch over that. And projects can offer like order from us also our AI KYC, what will be connected actually to the Dave wallet, and so on. There's a few security tools combined in it. One more thing to say about it is like there will be a referral system in. So we want to build that up a little bit. Like you bring somebody in, you earn on it. That's very important actually. As I said, like
We lost you. You might be having internet issues. So far, very well presented project. I love how he was open about the vulnerabilities and how his ecosystem will function. That always, project owners always try to hide their weak sides, because investors are a little less likely to invest knowing the weaknesses. So it's awesome that he was open and honest about that. And it looks like he joined us back.
yeah, that was my internet connection. I'm sorry to the community. Till where you could follow me.
Yeah, it happens. The internet issues always come up. I have them all the time too.
Yeah,
So
I'm also traveling right now. Till
oh
where you catched up?
yeah. So you right before you were cut off. You were saying it's very important, and then we lost you. So you kind of had us on the edge of our seat.
Okay, like the KYC, like okay, like the KYC and the audits we offer also, and one more thing is to name. Basically, we have our referral system. We have a referral system to every new technology what we bring now out, what's somehow connected to sales, like this. Our NFT mints, they will be released next week also. They will also have also this referral system. So we want actually in a beer market, and we want to have people like earning, not just like with owning a token, but also give them a possibility to earn with their efforts. Like, work for your bag was very important back in 2017, 18, 19, 20. This somehow, especially in the BSC area, it's forgotten somehow. Like, it's like just put some money inside, flush it out, and go back. Like, we want people to be active in the community, and we want have their efforts like rewarded. And what better comes there in place as like if you yeah, like add to all your DApps, what is basically like creating revenues, to get a small part actually back to the investor, to the supporter, to the influencer, to the caller. Like even there with the callers, so you have a big problem actually right now. Like they're totally overpriced, and most of them not bringing volume. So if you have now a caller on your side and he knows, okay, I get a 5% extra to that funds I got already from the project, when my community is coming, they're really involved in. Yeah, like the projects, and any person out there can earn actually with us, and can earn on our success, and can make us more successful, because right now marketing is almost a waste. But what is still working, what will always work, is the mouth to mouth propaganda. If somebody is excited about something, somebody really earned something, and he invite his friends, he will invite his family. I would be totally happy if I could give a Indian or like Filipino or Indonesian family, they have usually like nothing to eat, the possibility to earn their livelihood with things like that. You have also a few other concepts what we're developing, like especially for the project what is launching. I have to say, like for the Tomakachi project, we're making 100% of their technology, from the contract to the yeah, AI bots, what we're developing for them, the NFTs, like the functionalities, the utilities, like they producing will produce, and I'm very happy actually for it, to build one of the deepest, to announce that one of the deepest P2E games in the crypto space. I was like amazed with that. Like we had a few months back, shortly before actually the problem happened with our team, like the exploit. We basically got a partnership with a project, what is not a project, a company, what is since 30 years in gaming development. And yeah, they're not a crypto project. That's actually very interesting. And so they come to us because they wanted to use our chain for their open world game, what is like similar to a metaverse. So anyway, that guys are geniuses, and yeah, we come together also like in a personal manner, like somehow in friendship building. They were supporting very nicely, especially who supported us the last 2 months. We will not forget. This is an announcement. What a shout out to anybody. We were community VIPs or also other projects. They were supporting us over the time of our hardship. They will be rewarded over the time. So we build now a very, 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 very yeah, strong foundation. And yeah, the Tomokashi project, what will launch as first on our OTC farm pre-sale platform. Yeah, I will hopefully make a boom. From technological side, we will set their yeah, a few standards. We will build for them a part of the NFTs and the functionalities. We will make for them, and also for us, we will develop a joint venture AI trading bot system, where we have later on our arbitrage bots running on MM market bots. You can rent them and stuff like that. will be a little bit different from Tomokachi project and ours. Ours is like especially like designed for our chain, but like the base technology, the AI trading bots, the technology themselves behind the bot modus or modis will be the same. So with that one, we saving somehow funds and can push that directly in specifications we really need. And yeah, it's like a few joint ventures coming up there. After the OTC farm is out, we're planning, as I said, like the AI trading bots, since we need them for our pre-sale. Like we will make straight after the Tomokachi pre-sale, we will do our own ETH pre-sale. This will also run over the OTC farm, and I hope like a lot of other projects will join that concept. Yeah, like that's a little bit work to get it out, but yeah, it's like super supporting actually our security brand out of that named reason. And after the trading bots are ready, we develop actually our own ISPO system. What will be 100% secure system? As everybody know, ISPO is a staking pool where you can stake basically like for as a pre-sale our project's token, and this project get rewarded actually with your usual staking reward. So you have basically like two staking contracts in one. What can be an hour part will be yeah, like very variable. You can say you can adjust different staking pools where you're staking different chains. Yeah, we want to make that actually available for all the EVM chains. And there, our partnership is very important with QBE ecosystem. They will soon rename, I believe so. But yeah, anyway, that's our partner and technology. We were developing with them this technology together, and QBE ecosystem will offer that actually for all the EVM chains out there. Actually, for every project is interested in it, and we will use that basically for our fundraisers for our projects. They want to onboard with us to give them a suite and to produce directly the strong liquidity and give them something like a startup funding on our chain. So whoever comes early in, we can facilitate actually these pools for their upcoming launches on our own blockchain in quarter 4, quarter 1, end of this year, start of next year. And yeah, even for the blockchain, we was yeah, getting a merger of actually for our project what I denied, and got out actually like a technology share. So we will develop also our chain in correspondence for different project, what we will name very very soon after the contracts are signed. And yeah, we will speed up actually with that our own chain development, make it yeah, a little bit more cost effective for both these partner project. Will have a decentralized version. As I said, we like a total decentralized version where everybody can onboard. We see the future actually in the closed system, just like the government does it. In the time of today, on the last few years, where everybody registered his business in. So we just give a solution actually even for them to dive into the crypto space, as you see that right now. It's a little bit, to catch them a little bit up. Hey guys, like look, we have their solution for you. You can also use, and look, we're using that in that way. What make them very easy understand actually what's happening. And yeah, on another side, it's really resolving a few problems on chain, and we really can know who is coming there to us. With that, we have the yeah, the ability actually to guarantee like a much safer environment than anybody else out there. And I think that makes us really really outstanding. And yeah, the products, as I said already, like presented, the OTC farm pre-sale and the ISPO, they are specially designed for preventing scam and rug, or like at least like rug, and making your investment fund safe. Like, so how much more increase could be the complete crypto space if we just take out all the rug funds they are rugged every year, what is going to some crazy guys or crazy countries or whatever, whoever is behind that, and take it away from the honest investor, or maybe from the first investor. He will never invest again. And that, honestly, that is like the reason why most of my friends still say I'm crazy. Why you spending all your time there? Why you working so hard actually for that story? This is just like, something shady. And exactly for that, we're building this blockchain. We have to take that image out of the crypto space. It's important for everybody. And I think everybody who ever experienced a scam or hack is actually on our side. So guys, watch over our white paper, our technology paper. There's a lot of things coming up right now. We was working hard the last 2 months for, yeah, that what will come along for the next, like, let's say, like 14 days, 4 weeks to come. Like, yeah, a lot of things will get released, a lot of things will get launched. We will have joint ventures. I'm a little bit like busy right now with the Tomokachi project. As I said, we were developing a lot of technology for them, and I'm also like their on-time CTO. So to get everything right there over there, as I said, like we're building all the technology. They offered me that job, and like, yeah, the funds what I'm getting actually for that, going back on the charts on Safeone chain, yeah, to give something back for the people. They stayed the last 2 3 months or 2.5 months with us. It's very important actually for us to give something back to the community, and yeah, to take so many people in our arms as possible and our family as possible. So you're all welcome to join our chat, to yeah, ask your questions, to join our VIPs. There's a lot of incentives coming up, a lot of yeah, ways to earn funds, to involve yourself, to realize yourself. And yeah, if you want to feel special, if you want to earn extra with the validator program later on, if you have special need to yeah, like to realize yourself in the crypto space, you're welcome in our VIP group. You just have to, yeah, purchase few tokens. There's 2 million tokens right now. They're damn cheap. Will change like within the next 14 days, I would say. But yeah, that's the place where you have your proposals, where you have 24/7 contact to me, where I'm not kicking anybody out, even if he's accusing me about anything. Anybody will get listen there, and yeah, that's the way. That's the place to be a validator in future, and probably also part of the team. We're hiring. We're searching a lot of yeah, nice guys now. We have so many projects coming up. We have affiliate program where you guys can earn commission on our services. As I said, we have a commission program or referral program on all the sailing DFs what we yeah, bring now new out. And yeah, with that one, everybody's welcome.
Oh, well, thank you so much. That was a great presentation. And like I was saying when you disconnected, I thought it was great that you were pointing out your vulnerabilities as well. A lot of project owners are scared to do that because they feel like it'll scare investors away. So it's really great that you're open and honest about that. I really appreciate that. We're going to open it up questions to the community. So, guys, start asking your
Sure.
questions in chat. Make sure to tag me. Before we take any in there, I do have one question. So, with you creating the blockchain, how are you guys going to handle sorry, the gas fees on the Safe One chain?
How we handle that, like basically it's quite this is quite interesting, actually, quite interesting question. We basically work with a validator amount, like you know, it's a POS. So like your wallet basically verifying like the transactions. So what is basically like a win-win situation, since you just have to give a small data capacity. Like you can you can be a validator with us and can be basically miner. Um, if you just have a PC like open, like it will not work on a mobile, but like on a PC or laptop, like very old, like model from the 1990s, you can be a miner. Um, you can take part in the validations, and the gas yeah, limit is actually, or the gas like a transaction fee is 0.001, planned by 100 validators and 100,000 transactions per second. So if some more validators come in and some more validations are made, if so cheaper the gas fee is getting, because the same validators will already get like a huge amount. And if you're now a validator, then like this 2 million tokens what you have today can be in like maybe 2 or 3 years, if we do our job well, a quite huge fortune. That you have to realize. That is the point, actually, also with our VIP program to come early in. There's a lot of other incentives, but yeah, that's the name, actually. Like our system is getting cheaper if some more transaction coming on. It's opposite of a normal blockchain. Normal blockchain, if some more traffic you have, like basically you have the problem that you have the normal mining system, or like a mining based like POS system, like Ethereum is following that right now. You basically press like a huge amount of transaction in a short time through like the blocks. The blocks are in a certain time filled, and the miner themselves is like rising actually the prices to like validate so much a transaction as possible. So the price is rising actually through that, because like the validator should get like responded. So if you have now a staking system applied for that, basically you earn with any cash flow what's coming in. So and you can stake and destake. What that is a little bit like fluently, like it's depending a little bit on the validators themselves. But like we will have like a push of own validator wallets, what we can use in emergency through on server, and that will give us the possibility actually to take every flow of transaction in. So like 100,000 transactions per second is huge. If you look to Bitcoin, it's like it's just a few transactions per second. Ethereum have a few more even after POS system. We speaking about light speed actually right now, and with that light speed, it will be also light cheap. As I said, like if so more validations coming through, and the system will be never really used, I think, to 100%, except we have a really crazy like industrialization now. But if you use it just for trade, as you do it commonly today, like you will never last that out. So that means the validators themselves like will share the amount, and the power of the validations will be the same. So and that means at the end the validator will try to catch more validations on his side. So with that one, the process themselves will make a cheaper gas fee, if that makes sense for you.
That does, and that is a very unique way of handling it. And I'm actually excited to hear that. Ethereum, when the bull market's going, you're paying outrageous amounts in gas fees, and it hurts the investor badly.
Yeah, but this is like the way how infrastructure works. If you have expensive infrastructure like mining racks and whatever, the price have to be high. Like now, look the electricity cost. Like what the mining rack is taking for electricity cost. That's the transaction cost in Bitcoin. It's the transaction cost. What is still on Ethereum. So the system not changed. Like the pure, like they just put a mining system on a POS system, like a validator system, but like it's not pure ads. Like it's not working as it should. Like we have like now amazing blockchains out there, they're working with zero gas fees. Guys, like how you can charge there something, but if you want to charge something, you really have to show, hey guys, this I maintain, this I give back, this is your investment, this is for that. It's not more like nobody cares where the gas fees go. This narrative will change. Like, and if some more like huge companies coming, if some more we go in this regulation, and this if some more we go actually so deeper in the blockchain themselves, in the infrastructure. And developments. If some more questions rising up, like the people are not they're not more so uninterested like 3 4 years before. Like especially now, a few months, like now last 6 months, 7 months, we have something like a blockchain season. So people are asking much more question actually, like as they did like 2 years before, 3 years before. Like 3 years before was important to have a fast blockchain. So 2 years before was like okay, going already in a cheaper way, and yeah, then somebody want to have it together. Then another one have to update it again. It's like some boosts, some explosions, as we see it like in a main market, or like as I said, like the blockchain season or whatever, produce always positive and negative results. Like positive result is always competition. Competition is ending up in something specialized, what the market weaver really needs, or like it resolves a huge problem. So in our effect, resolves the problem number one, and
Yeah,
that's trust.
yeah,
So and if you really can guarantee at the end, and this such exploits as we was facing in the past, like we're really lucky that we had with DFB just to pay like 10 BNB back. They just like stolen 10 BNB. I don't the other projects, they got exploited from this specific man. They lost a lot, but all of these projects, and I'm very proud of that we come together, all of them, we come all together and we're risen again. Like we're all coming back actually to normal levels. Like we are hanging a little bit late. because we had a lot of things to resolve in the past, and we just like pushed our last funds actually in these developments. Inside was we just like pushed up and like pressed on our platform for a lot of partnerships, a lot of pools. What was all like it's actually cost actually contract cost you like it's deployment cost is working cost, like you have to pay a worker, you have to pay this, you have to pay this, you have to pay this. So and then we had to exploit. This was really hurting, and you know, all of us, we came together, we pointed that person out, we got him, we make a case on him, and we got the communities working together and rising again up to really build something for the future and let other people learn out of it. Like for us, especially for a security brand, it's bad. It's very bad in the first moment. It's hurting, but it's the best what you can get as marketing for the future. Like if you go through, and this is what we're doing. We're almost in the end now of the tunnel, and like, the light is already there. The green is around you. Um, so I can see already, I can smell it already, so like that's the point. That's why I'm so confident right now. But like it's a lot of hardship to go through there, and not many people do that. Like most projects like give up by the smallest problem what's arising, and that's like the small and soft drugs. Like how many projects you have out there daily, they're making this kind of shit with the investors, and it's a little bit sad. Like we staying actually like on the investor side and do what we are promising, and doing even more. Like we have much more actually to offer for our communities, and for our and technological part, like this OTC pre-sale platform. I believe if everything running as I was visionizing that by a meeting with a liquidity provider like a few weeks back, if it's really working out like 100%, we have a new door for like especially the low cost market, like digging projects, main projects, something like that. Like people they can't really afford. They have super ideas, but they can't afford like pre-sale. They can't go through this IDO system and whatever, and also don't want to have the risk actually to rise actually like a zero budget project, so that have to be lucky actually to come up as a meme coin, like for example like paper this did, they starting with a few dollars and go up to hundreds of millions. This is not normal. This is not out there, and especially like if you produce like utility, it's long way actually. You build up and you build on your technology, and your technology have really to impact the people, have to benefit the people, have to be easy accessible, and yeah, like sometimes ideas come along like to utilize some technology you already have to something totally new. And if this project is working out, and I really believe it will work 120% because there's so many people now involved, and then like 5 developers working on that like since like a few weeks now. um it just have to be perfect, and it brings a big solution to a big problem actually, so like I want to have the people prevented from losing their funds, and even if they lose somewhere out with their bad decisions, then this OTC farm saves you your liquidity. The liquidity is always in your hand, and therefore also the project is always tradable. As I said, like we
Well,
produce the contracts, we make sure that this contract will work on, so that we can give you the security, or can give the project the security label, or they can launch on our security label. And on another side, the investor is safe.
well, that actually leads us
That's it.
into our next question from the community. Aside from offering unique utility NFTs as part of your insurance to safeguard investments in projects launching on the blockchain, is it possible
Mhm.
for you to charge an insurance fee to projects launching on the blockchain? So, in case of a rug or scam, potential investors can be refunded, or what other
Yes.
anti-scam mechanisms have you put in place?
They will be totally refunded till their policy they claim. Like number one, we have mechanisms in way, as I said, like we're working with the gold standard in the crypto space around security, cryptography. That's a huge backup, and like prevention is more important than disaster management. So if it's coming to the disaster, we have our insurance package. Like in the open world, even if you have a safe way to be 100% safe, you have to insure yourself. And that's what we're promoting also on Safe One Chain. Like right now, we have our life insurance NFT out. This NFT is like, as I said, like for a lifetime available till you claim it basically, and then you can, renew it after the claim. and get a new one. But basically, this insurance system is very important that you take care for yourself, like evaluate actually your trades. How the system will work is you buy insurance. Usually, the usual insurance is after this one-time mint is over. We will have just like regular insurances later on. It's like 3 months, 6 months, 12 months with different claim levels. So you will have like $500, $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, up to I think 50,000. We was planning for one NFT, and yeah, for different run times, we'll have a different price. So this price will get stuck basically in insurance fund, what will be reused through AI trading bots again to rise actually the value themselves over time. So to claim like to back up any claim with any malicious behavior. Like let's say you invest like $500, like let's say $700, $700 fix. You purchased a policy of $1,000. Now Project X, where you invested on our blockchain, is rugging or is scamming. So the investigation is running. It's approved from our side. We will stop the project immediately from our side. They will never be able anymore deploy anything on our blockchain. We will put the investigation, and we will open immediately the insurance funds. Like we will make that quite fast. Like actually immediately after our claim is, or like the claim of the community is approved. And this goes very fast on the blockchain. We will open the refunding, and any person he was investing in the project will get up to 100, like up to 100% refunded. Let's say like you put the 700 in and you have a claim level of 1000, all your 700 what you once invested in the project coming back. Like this is fixed on the investment on the project themselves without profits. Like if you invested now for 700 and the project, let's say rugging when your profit is by 50,000, you still get just the 700. That is very important actually. We insuring your investment and not your profits. So with that one, the insurance concept will be quite sustainable, and yeah, like secure in itself. We have a few other like tools, as I said, like the iBots, for example, for backup claim, and we preparing right now. Or preparing, we started already to do investments over our treasury wallet. We have a special wallet actually, and a special bot what we created for our chat to let everybody know about our investments there. So we will have tomorrow our next investment. This investment will be added just to the treasury wallet, and in fact that our insurance pot once would not reach actually the payout limit, then we have always emergency fund actually to back up any emergencies, whether it's with the insurance level, or we face any problems again like we did in the past. Yeah, we have some treasury backup actually, where the community will vote on where we will use it for and when we will use it for. Like we can add anytime. Also, there the community is always welcome to give proposals for new investments. We will vote on that. We right now have a vote running till tomorrow. It's our first vote we do. You're welcome actually to take part of it. You will see an end of the vote. We will make investment going to our treasury wallet. Treasury wallet will show that up in the investment side and the stats, and we will add also a few other things where we will in future will be able to invest in presets and so on and so on. And this, yeah, working on ETH and BSC to this treasury wallet. After our AI bots will be connected to, or like launched, we will connect one of our AI bots, basically just working for the treasury to rise the treasury itself automatically. So, and yeah, like therefore we have a few backup funds, and in any possibility coming out there, even if we have a huge claims, we will pay off every investor on our chain who was invested and owns these policies.
Oh, fantastic answer. Great insurance policy you guys have over there. The next question. I saw on your website that you made a non-KYC debit card. What is the reason you made a non-KYC card? Isn't it better to do a KYC?
No, we have a KYC for the projects themselves for a launchpad. We will make one of the craziest vetting services or vetting procedures for onboarding on our blockchain, and also for developers, they can deploy contracts on it. But the KYC less credit card or debit card is basically for decentralized transaction. They have a lot of countries out there where you can't use crypto, and we want to include everybody out there. So every country, you can use Visa or Mastercard. We were digital for online shopping or physical for going ATM, and yeah, like you can use this cards with a daily limit of $5,000, and yeah, can buy whatever you want worldwide, 24/7. What is very important actually to yeah, bridge basically the unsecurity of the exchange. Like we also have on our website, we have a swap. On this swap, you can swap basically fiat currency directly to Safeone or to BTC or to ETH or whatever you actually want, and don't need to use the centralized exchange. You just need a credit card, and this credit card can be again, like, somehow connected to a crypto system or whatever normal system. Anyway, you can buy with credit card. You can buy crypto directly to your wallet, and from your wallet, decentralized, without you going to a exchange. You can use till a certain level, yeah, like your crypto in a daily manner. And I don't think so that anybody out there, even a richer person, need to spend more than $5,000 a day, with a debit card or credit card. Everything else of that would money laundering, and we don't support that. As I said, we will be compliant with many ways of government. The KYC level was just like lifted up in December from $500 to $5,000, what is very nice actually for us. Like we're working there with a Canadian American company together, basically based in Canada, what is supplying the interconnectivity actually to the wallet. And yeah, that's what we want to do. And in the first start, we will have just like stable coins available, and the common like currencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance, Smart Chain, BNB, and a few stable coins. And later on, we will also go on the DX of the partner company. This will come at a later stage. What will be connected actually with the bots, since we want to build trading bots. And yeah, then you will be able to purchase your items to $5,000, even with Safe One token, or save on coin later on if our when our blockchain is launched. That is things, they are important. Decentralization is important. There's a lot of regulations out. We don't support. You will see in the next months, and I'm sorry that I have to jump now in that team because we're already in question and answer. But guys, there's a huge move coming up with the CBDCs, with the central bank digital currencies. That's nothing else than cryptocurrency, dictated cryptocurrencies, functional cryptocurrencies, utility cryptocurrencies, what the government want to press on you. And especially in Germany and in Europe at all, we get a very crazy law. Like the government will do all public services. Whether you get your social money, or you have to go to hospital, you have to bring your children to school or buy for them like school material or whatever, go to doctor, you will be only able you will be only able to 100% only able to use this CBDC wallet from the European Central Bank, and will be only be able to use it with a digital ID card. So, and there will be a limit of like, what was it, like $2,000 or something like that. You can just like hold there on, and it's will be the absolute control. Like if you look like to systems like China, they are really worrisome. Like there, the CBDC is connected to their point system. If you heard about the point system, you get judged about your society behavior. Like if you're friendly for the government and everything is spied out, with a camera, microphone, or whatever, even private space, you will get get points, minus points, plus points. And if you come above a certain area, you get rewarded. And if you come below a certain area, you will get punished in the public. And yeah, like certain things will get taken away from you. That's coming one or one line in line. You can't use any more public transport, or you can't. buy any more certain things, or you can't join any more certain events or stuff like that. And that's getting very worrisome, and that's why we want to push actually the decentralized way, and we are really taking front against the CBDCs. On another side, we want to work with the governments together, what is really really important for the future. Anyway, yeah, sorry for jumping now against topic, and I want to have the next question if it's possible.
Yes, and no problem. It's it's a very good point.
It's very
Centralization
important.
is taking too much control away from us, and that is the power of crypto, is to bring the power back to the people. So it's a
Yeah.
great points. We are running low on time, but we do have a lot of great questions, so I do want to get to some more of these. Uh, can you describe the steps for deploying nodes to counter the risk of a single data center on or failure of the entire provider network?
Please, can you repeat that?
Can you describe the steps for deploying nodes to counter the risk of a single data center or failure of the entire provider network?
Um, you want to have the security measures listed down, means that.
Sorry, what was that?
Hello.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't hear you.
You want to hear the security measures what we taking place when we have a malicious behavior on our blockchain?
Yes.
Yeah, there are two facts actually. Like number one, is like a would be bug on the chain. With that one, we would stop actually the validation process themselves. There will be a on-off function basically where we can stop actually validations in an emergency case, like all the big blockchains have that actually to have like like a self realization function. So this should come actually with the automatically backup system, like you see that on Solana or Cardano. Or if the system themselves like experience a bug, then basically the system will shut down. It stops active validations, and it will reboot itself. So that should happen actually within a few seconds. Um, that is quite to develop because it can be quite fluently. Like we had like we faced like a few outrages on our yeah sister blockchains, you can say. As I said, like this should run actually in milliseconds or a few seconds in the longest. This was going for a few hours. There are always yeah possibilities of errors in the technology you build. Therefore you're building extra doors. I don't want to speak about because it's a security measure actually from the chain himself, and also still in development. So once it's actually open source, we can have a deeper discussion about it. But there's yeah auto reboot system in place. We can do that manual, and it can get triggered from the system themselves. Um, there another system to have in place actually the rug free character is the deployment on our chain will be only possible with the NFT, what is supplied to any developer or project what is launching actually on our chain, or will be allowed actually to deploy contracts through partnerships and so on. It will be licensed. Um, Once there coming a malicious behavior to daylight, as I said, we will investigate that very fast. We have a special team for that in place in that time, lead from Cryptegrity, um, to yeah get the best standard actually there in place. Anyway, if it's coming to no, it's coming to daylight, we will automatically burn the NFT, what's giving you supply to the or like giving you access actually to the deployment system, and can stop actually manual the system themselves also from using the blocks, since you have a yeah, time bound permission, like a time not time bound, but like a what's the name, like cancelable permission actually to use our system themselves. So that's very important for the government compliance. At the end, it will be just used, and it's very important to say it will be just used if there's any malicious behavior on chain. This is like to prevent actually customer funds to yeah go out of the system themselves. Since we have a recovery system, inside the blockchain system themselves. So we will have quite like yeah, good solution to the locked up funds, or like to sending funds actually out from the project themselves. That will be stopped themselves. Like, this is a huge story. What I can't detailed right now explain, since this is like a really new technology, and we don't want that the concurrence is actually taking it. And we have a few months still to come to this coming in place. So yeah, I hope you're satisfied with my answer.
Yeah. And unfortunately, we ran out of time for today. Thank you, everyone, for all your great questions. Thank you for Safe for joining us and taking all of our questions. And if we did not get to
Thank you
your
for having us.
question, oh, you're welcome. And if we did not get to your questions, feel free to jump in their Telegram and ask away. I'm sure they'll be more than happy to answer them and get you guys on board as investors. As always, do your own research and not financial advice. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.